Gregory for helping to get this organized. He and Joyce Williams have worked with Bob on getting this was supposed to have been a surprise, but you can't really surprise somebody when they cook the food.
Kelly, did you supervise?
Oh, she supervised, okay. Let me say, I have had the privilege of knowing Eddie and Pondra for a long time, close to, I'm going to say 26 years, but I've known them more on a Rainbow and Rotary side. Bob and Joyce Williams and I sat down with them a couple of weeks ago just to get to know a little more about them. All of you know them as Rainbow, but there is another side. Pondra was raised in Clinton. Her dad was in the entertainment business. He owned, operated, and serviced jukeboxes, video poker machines. So that is Pondra's background. Now, Eddie grew up in Warsaw. I don't know how many of you know where Warsaw is, but he grew up the son of a farmer. So in my book, Eddie's just a good old country boy.
Good old farm.
Good old farmer, that's right. Eddie and Pondra met at a little place called the Little Mint Hamburger Joint. That was in Warsaw. So if you are familiar with Warsaw, you know it was a little joint. They married on May 19th, 1974. Eddie was farming and Pondra was working with the Department of Social Services. She eventually worked her way up to head up the fraud investigation department. Now, I didn't know until I saw earlier today that she went or attended UNC.
Yeah, but he got the best of me.
That just broke my heart. But I still love it. Pondra's dad was getting up in age, and she made the decision to leave working with the state or with the county and to go to work with her dad. Meanwhile, Eddie was farming, and Eddie's dad told him, he said, "Son, you need to get a job where you can make money, and farming is not it." So Eddie left farming, and he went to work with Pondra and her dad. And soon thereafter, the state, many of you may remember this, the state went in and started closing down the video poker machines. Well, this put a kink in their business. Yeah, she said they were planning on getting out anyway. That was before they got caught. But anyway, so they decided they wanted to do something. They had 3 children, and they needed something that was family oriented. They looked at movie theaters, they looked at roller skating rinks, and they looked at bowling alleys.
Good choice.
They had big choice. And they were living in 4 Oaks, and there was nothing for their children, no entertainment for their children. So that's why they decided they wanted something that was family oriented. So they decided, let's do a bowling alley. Now,
Little did we know.
they knew next to nothing about bowling. In fact, Eddie says he may have thrown a bowling ball a couple of times. And the question now was where and how. They knew about the land here on 42. They met with the bank, and here we are. But it wasn't all that easy and that smooth. They had this building built, and before they could lay the foundation, they had to have wet mud hauled out and dry dirt hauled in to the tune of $300,000.
Try that.
Quite an unexpected amount that they were going to have
That
to put
was not
out.
budgeted.
Was not in the budget. So this caused a delay of the building from February to July. Finally, Rainbow opened the doors. not without other issues, I might add. The quote depression, end quote, of '07 and '08 caused problems in '09 and '10. But they persevered with lots of tears, frustration, and prayers. And then along came COVID. And we all know how that affected us. Back in the beginning, they were living in Four Oaks, as I said, and there were weeks that Eddie would spend an entire week in this building. What was the point of driving home when it closed at 11, but you had to be here to clean and close out and everything? He wouldn't leave here probably until 1 o'clock, and then he had to be back here by 7 the next morning. So he said, I stayed here. He said, but I was clean. He said, we have a shower. And he said, we had a good kitchen. He said, I had everything I needed. So like I say, there was times that it was kind of, kind of wondering if we'd done the right thing. So through all the rough times and the good times, they have loved the business, the friends that they have made, and the town of Clayton. Pondra is an avid reader when she has time. John Grisham and Nora Roberts are two of her favorite authors. Now for Ed, let me tell you, this old country boy, I found this rather interesting. He enjoys midget wrestling. I see you back there, sorry. When he told me that, I just looked at him and I thought, you got to be kidding. And I found out, I think Melanie took him to.
I bought the tickets. She took me with her.
Oh, so Melanie bought the tickets, but he took Pondra to a midget wrestling match. So if you have a chance to go to one, look for Eddie.
Hey, don't ask Pondra, she won't go again.
And he loves ponies. He makes sure that every grandchild's birthday party has a pony.
Their first birthday party.
Their first birthday. And they have to have a pony for pony rides. We love you. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. And we appreciate all that you've done for the Senior League, for keeping Rainbow in operation. We know that you're leaving the house in good hands. We trust Melanie and Jimmy. And Eddie, we know you're still gonna be involved. You get that BJ's card and that key to the mailbox. You know, we're gonna see you around. And as I understand, they're getting ready to take a well-deserved cruise. Wow. They are going to Alaska. We wish you safe travels and loads of fun.
We'll have it.
And don't worry about Rainbow, because we're gonna take care of it. Yeah, Melanie and Jimmy might too, but they got this crowd working. So as a small token of our love and appreciation for what you have done for us, we would like to gift you with, let's bring it up here, new luggage. Not only for your cruise, but we're expecting to hear about some more trips that you guys are going to be taking. But we've got you both luggage.
They needed it.
And we love you.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Okay.
Don't you cry.
Don't you tell me I can't cry.
Now you can put a dress in that suitcase.
She's
But
got
yeah,
one.
Brad Eddie is big enough and I could stuff him into it. Thank y'all. You don't know how much this means to us. This has been our life. And in front of all y'all, I want to thank my 3 children for not abandoning us when they got to be adults, because of the way we turned their lives upside down and inside out when we opened this place. You know, they Debbie told you Eddie spent lots of nights, the rest of us did too. In that back office against that wall, we had a queen-size sofa sleeper and 2 twin bed mattresses on the floor. Jamie got out of that. She went off to school, went off to college the year before we opened up, so she didn't have to deal with that, except when she came on the weekends and we're still here. But, you know, they put up with a lot and a lot less attention than they were used to having, and you know, they were our impetus for doing this, as Debbie said. When we started this project, the only thing that you could go to take your family to was the Howell Theater in downtown Smithfield, the only place in the county. You could go to restaurants and go out to eat with your kids. You could go to a bar and leave your kids at home. But, you know, it was nothing, you know, for family-oriented entertainment. And to give you a little more insight into my dad's business, it was JD's Music. He was known as the jukebox man. Started his business on Friday, August the 13th. And so the 13th has always had a special meaning for us. But he started out with jukeboxes and pool tables. Then they came in with the pinballs, and then the video games and Pac-Man and that sort of thing. And then at the end, you know, the video poker games were about what, if the home market had taken over everything else. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. We owe our parents a lot. They did a lot of sacrifices to enable us to have the resources to start this project. And anyway, you know, everybody's had their own trials and tribulations. Ours are not any different than anybody else's. Thank you. But throughout the years, you know, our goal has been to provide family-oriented entertainment for the families in our area. We came into town not knowing anybody. 28 years ago, we didn't know anybody in Clayton except for the 2 men that we bought the land from. And the community has embraced us. And we love what we've done. We didn't know anything about what we were getting ourselves into. Jimmy can tell you, he had to teach us a whole lot. And he stuck with us through thick and thin when things got really thin. And what has mattered most to us throughout this is the friendships that we have built over the years. I look at Vicky. I remember her daughter when she and Melanie were early teenagers. She was bowling in our youth league. That's how I got to know Vicky. I mean, I've known Debbie forever. Yeah, Vivian. Were you here the very first year? Yeah. So, we've got a lot of long-term friendships, and you know, we have grown to love this community and the people that we've come into contact with. And I've got to tell y'all this. Johnny, Kathy in here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I've probably said this to some of you, but we went to their 50th wedding anniversary party not long ago. And there was about 60 people there. I don't know what the numbers. The vast majority of the people in that place were the people that they knew from being here. That was their community. And it just sort of hit me like a ton of bricks that this place has had that kind of impact on people. That's just one small story. But anyway, we thank y'all for being here with us and loving on us and being part of our Rainbow Lanes family.
Not really.
Come on.
all I want to say is thank you. Not for your business, but for your friendship. And thank you for your business also. And I do appreciate these 2 suitcases. I'm gonna see if I can put them to work. Or, excuse me, there's 6. So that means I go 6 trips.
They take a long trip and pack well.
But seriously, it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with y'all and become your friends. This was the hardest league that we tried to start when we opened 27 years ago. We had a handful of bowlers that wanted to bowl. Well, if somebody was bowling at, say, Buffalo South or wherever, their friends weren't gonna leave to come here with them. But we started how many lanes? 6 or 8 maybe?
2-person teams.
2 people teams. I mean, we planted a seed and look what it's grown. It's been great, which all our leagues have grown. I think we must be doing something right.
In spite of ourselves.
Now, most of you've heard this sad song, but the string machines is our salvation to keep this running. If we would have stayed the other way, Jimmy and Melanie both would have ended up in the hospital or in jail. I mean, that's just a fact. Jimmy's a good mechanic, but he can't do it by himself. And if anybody's working people, you know where I'm coming from there. But I hope and pray most of you like the strings. I think it's the way to go as a proprietor or owner. There's no other way, because they ain't making no more Jimmys. And Melanie's gonna do a good job. Y'all just stay behind her, don't push her too tight. But she knows the business, she's been helping run it. And this is the oldest daughter, Jamie, that was introduced. She's one nobody knows. Because when we opened, she went off to UNC Waterfront at Wilmington. And she comes home, but she's not out here a lot. And then that's my baby. If you need a fireman or in Cary, call him. He's good. He's with a good department up there. And all I can say, I hope everybody, thank you for the dinner. I hope everybody has a good holiday season and a safe one and a prosperous new year. I'm gonna let Mel take over. You need to.
Again, I just want to thank y'all for putting this together for them. It means a lot because, you know, we were going to do something, try to do something for them as a whole, but just knowing that this league wanted to do something specific for them, it really was touching. So I just want to thank you, and we're looking forward to the new year and hoping that they will try to enjoy some time off, but we know we'll be seeing Eddie weekly, so.
Change the locks.
But again, thank you, we really appreciate it.
Well, even though I've not met you guys, most of you, I've heard about you for years. So you're definitely a special part of our family and the business. So speaking for all 3 of us, their parents were hard workers, and the example that they've given us to be hard workers is just, it's just super special, and we're very, very proud of them.
Tell them if they need Pamper Chef to talk
I was gonna call it. And she's a Pampered Chef consultant. If you would like anything Pampered Chef, she is your lady.
That's right.
It's what's keeping me busy at Wilmington, 22 years of that.
So, all right. Just say Merry Christmas.
Go Pack.
Way to go, Troy. North Carolina.
Again, we thank each of you for being here, and this is it. We can go home and take naps. And if you just want to leave your trash and stuff on the table, silverware, we'll come around and get that for you.
Nice luggage, look at that.
You know that we work that 6 days, you only get to use one. The rest of it